Oh my gosh, guys, we're at the finale of Dreadsail Reef. Oh my god. Yep, we're finally at Taleria today. I've already made twins for the DKMT. I've already made Reef Guardian for the DKMT. Now comes arguably the hardest part is Taleria hard mode. This fight's fucking hard as shit. If I was gonna give you like a list of fights that are really, really hard on the tank, I would say that this is definitely one of them. On both tanks, even. It's such a fucking shit show. But we're gonna look at it, and hopefully, you'll catch up on a couple things here that'll help you if you're like progging it or trying to go for the trifecta. Just, pay attention. I might say a couple important things, maybe not. Who knows? That's up for you to decide. So, let's go ahead and start the video. We'll just start watching it.
Okay.
I'll turn it down a little bit.
3, 2, 1.
That's New Along, my baby girl. He's my necro tank, and I'm on the DK. So one thing that you'll notice is I'm not taunting the boss. The DK does not normally taunt Taleria in hard mode. Usually it's the Crow. The Crow OT becomes the main tank for Taleria, and the DK becomes the OT. Part of that, I would like to say part of that is because Taleria puts like a really heavy dot on the person taunting her, called like soaking wound or drowning wound, whatever it is. And Necros naturally have like a high dot resistance from one of their passives, so I would like to assume that's why they're good. You can also colo from a distance, but this group's not even using colo, so I don't know. I feel like it's probably just for the dot mitigation, but yeah. We are playing as OT for this fight. That's how it normally goes.
In water?
For this group, I'm kind of just XC draining. Like I'm just trying to build ulti. I'm not in Crypt Cannon or anything. I'm just in Sax. What am I in? Sax PA. So I'm keeping up PA up here, and I'm XC draining. Just trying to get as much ulti as possible. Cause I mean, I could stagger, but we're making the DK DD do it. We're making Sarah do it. I'm just not very comfortable staggering later in the fight yet, so I'm just letting Sarah do it, and instead I'll do XC drain to build more ulti. I'd rather do that. So first thing, within like the first fucking couple seconds, your first couple of GCDs, like probably 5 seconds in, you're gonna get a behemoth.
In water, not here.
There it is, summon behemoth. The behemoths every single time are going to spawn on whoever has taunt of Taleria. So usually like your necro main tank is going to be the one taunting, I would assume. Definitely not a DD in group, right? So always look towards your tank, and that's where the behemoth is going to spawn at. Regardless of where you're at in the arena, that is where they're going to spawn. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna taunt it, and it's very important that your first cast on the behemoth as quickly as possible is taunt, because if you don't, then they run the risk of light attacking and killing your Taleria tank. They run the risk of putting a dot on them, which would lead to them having 2 dots on them, soaking wound and drowning wound at the same time, which would suck. And it also runs the risk of them killing a DD or a healer, just because their light attack comes out super, super quick. So the very first thing on your mind, as soon as you see summon behemoth like pop up on your screen, get that bitch taunted. He needs to be fucking grabbed immediately before he whacks somebody. And then the first thing we're gonna do with him after we got him taunted is we're gonna place him in group,
One person res.
but like a little off-centered, right? So you'll see here soon. Also, when it, just as a side note, when you have a sea behemoth up, block because unblocked light attacks or unblocked anything will just like one-shot you pretty much. So definitely just sit there and block. Don't worry about doing anything else. Just keep yourself alive and block. But like I said, we're gonna put him in group. And then you'll see here in a second, he's gonna slam. Right here. You can barely see it. Okay, so the slam is going to go in front of the sea behemoth wherever he is looking. So if you put him in front of the group, but you aim him at the group like you're standing in group, the slam's going to cover the entirety of the group. If you aim him to the side or more towards Taleria, like you see here, then the group can just stand still. If anything, just move back like a step, and they don't lose any damage at all, and they can cleave the sea behemoth very easily, right? So definitely just like get him in group and then aim him away. If you want to play it safer, you can hold him a couple steps further out. That way the group definitely does not ever get touched by the slam. I'm just, I like to play a little aggressive. I like to put the sea behemoth like directly in the group so that they can cleave him down. In some cases, if you've got the burn, like we had a DD down, but some cases if you have the burn, they'll actually die before they even get a slam off in the opening. So it depends. They won't always do that. Most of the time they are going to slam once. So just don't have it slam in group. That's your big rule. Now another thing, we'll go ahead and break this down a little bit further because I know I didn't really. Okay, so sea behemoth comes in. What to know about sea behemoths, because they are like the main thing that you're going to be tanking. These are the guys that are going to end up killing you.
One person.
Okay, so you'll see he's doing crush. I've got 2 fucking notifications for crush from sea behemoth. This is the standard light attack. Unblocked, it's gonna do like a ton of damage, like 30-40k, something like that. I think so. You are gonna get fucked if you don't block it. So 100%. I've said this 1,000 times already. Be blocking when you have a sea behemoth up. So crush,
2, 1.
drowning strike. I don't know if you caught that, but we're gonna rewind it just a second. We'll see if I can like slow it down. 0.25 speed, baby. Yes, sir. Okay, drowning strike. You wouldn't even notice this if you're like playing on console and you don't have add-ons. You wouldn't even notice. But drowning strike. This is what puts the dot on you, as the OT. So he puts drowning strike on me, and then if you look down here at my little debuff bar, I know it's a little confusing, but all the way at the end, this like blue thing, that is drowning strike. It's just a dot. Like if main tank has soaked wound, then we have drowning wound. Both of us are gonna have dots on us, and it's gonna hurt a little bit, right? So another thing, like hold block. If you're not holding block, even if you survive that light attack, you might get ticked down by the dot. So definitely be holding block when a behemoth is up. That's best advice I can give you.
So list 3, 2, 1. Do your.
And then in most groups that are going for swash, or at least like trying to clear legitimately, you can hold the sea behemoth like directly in front of group after he's slammed. Even if he slams like far away, just drag him directly in group and he shouldn't slam again, right? So like they don't have a lot of health. Let's go back real quick just to make sure. They have 7 million health. That's like nothing. 7 million's not shit, dude. Like that's nothing. Don't worry about that. They will die. Okay. I don't know where we're at. We're here. Okay.
That's pending on them.
Cool. So I'm just keeping up PA, XC draining, chilling.
See a message from her.
So here's an important thing. One of the big mechanics of the fight is on regular vet. You should know like the tank that has Taleria taunted gets their own crashing wave, and then there are multiple red waves just randomly spread out across the arena. That's normal, but on hard mode, the OT will also get the crashing wave on them. So like the way it works, Mitch said something about it. Whenever you like taunt the behemoth, it makes sure that you are the one that gets the wave. So whoever taunts Taleria and whoever taunts the behemoth are the ones who get
I didn't see him.
the crashing wave. So you'll see right
Okay.
here, the first thing I do is I put my wave inside of this red wave. That way the group is not in it. If I could hold my wave in group. I could do that. That's fine. But if I do that, then that requires all of my teammates to roll the wave. If they don't roll the wave, they die. So the safer method of doing this is to just take your OT wave out of group, preferably in these red waves. That way, like the DDs aren't going to be standing in the red waves anyway, right? They're going to just step out of those. So if your wave is in a red wave, they're not going to be there anyway. So it's completely safe. Like it's a huge damage loss if all of your teammates have to spend a GCD rolling a wave instead, like breaking their beam or stopping whatever they're doing to roll dodge. Like that's such a damage loss. You don't want to do that, and it just runs the risk of resetting, and you don't want to do that. You're trying to get swashed, so take your waves out if you're the OT.
Because she was.
And then one thing I will say, you can block waves as the OT, but multiple is questionable, especially as you get further into the fight. So just as like a general recommendation from me, your friend Temp, roll wave, especially if you're stacking a wave inside of a wave like this right here. I've got 2 waves on top of each other. Roll, please, I beg. You might die if you
Because she
don't.
was reloading
You
UI.
can block it, but I do not recommend doing it.
Maybe.
But before.
So now we're chilling.
Okay,
We're
leading. We stop at 11.
job's easy now. We dealt with our behemoth, we dealt with our wave. We're just chilling, keeping up PA. That's about it. XC draining. Fight's going pretty slow. Okay, so next behemoth's coming up after that Winter Storm Maelstrom. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look at him, I'm gonna taunt him. That's the first fucking thing I'm doing. I am looking at him, I'm taunting him. Because you see how fast that light attack came out. Like fucking, if I didn't taunt him, if I waited like another second or two, he would have just light attacked the DD or a healer, and then we would have been fucked and had to reset. So definitely 100%. First thing that you are doing is taunting the sea behemoth. So next up at 75%, your team is going to get sirens. So it is your job, as well as the other tank, it's both tanks' job to Elisas and taunt matrons. If you don't taunt them, then they'll just light attack DDs and healers, and they're a lot squishier than you are. They can't really handle that, especially when it, like, during Maelstrom or, just during a shitty dome during execute. You do not want to have matrons light attacking your DDs or your healers. That's just, recipe for disaster, right? So make sure that you at least Elisas. If you're gonna do anything, Elisas them so that the DDs can kill them faster. The faster those go down, the way easier of a fight you are going to have.
Wave. The would be slam.
Okay, so you saw that. We already talked about that. I took my wave and I put it in a red wave. Because as long as it's in a red wave, the DDs shouldn't die to it because they shouldn't be there anyway.
Watch slam.
There I am, Elisasing a matron. I almost died for some reason. That's fucked up. And this group was stopping at 12. I'm just holding my behemoth in group a little bit.
Okay.
I'm blocking, chilling.
Drop your ults. Pillager in 5.
This guy
4,
slammed
3,
twice.
2.
Unfortunate. Knew alongside.
Cowgirl.
Left.
Solus in 3.
Okay, new behemoth. I'm gonna do the same thing. Drag him in front of group. Aim him away from group. That way he doesn't slam everybody.
Temp.
And then now I'm RPing. Like I'm just chilling. I'm keeping up PA. I'm blocking the sea behemoth, keeping him taunted. Here's a wave. I'm keeping it in the red. Because DD shouldn't be there anyway. Now I'm chilling. Now I'm RPing. I'm not doing shit.
Deluge.
keeping up, PA, XE draining, not doing shit.
Keep pushing, guys.
I don't know why that popped up. Our damage is really, really
slow.
bad this pull. This is not a very good
Go
pull.
along.
Still fucking around. I've got a
Green
behemoth
bridge, we're
coming
gonna move
in
to green as
soon.
soon as Maelstrom is over.
Okay. Next guy, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna look at him.
Group is going
I'm gonna
to
taunt
9,
him.
no along
I'm gonna
is
drag
10.
him in front of the group.
Temp.
Easy as that. Okay, I've got a wave, but there's no red wave near me, right? And I'm not gonna go through group. I have a short amount of time to deal with this. What am I gonna do?
Watch the wave.
I'm just gonna back up. I backed up a little bit. You can barely see it. Let's watch that again.
Temp.
If the group is here, right, I'm already off center from them. As long as my wave doesn't cover the group,
The wave.
then we're good to go. As long as they have this little pocket, they're fine.
And the slam.
Now I'm chilling. I'm just holding the behemoth in front of the group. I'm not doing shit.
Hill should go ahead
I'm
and
blocking
pillage,
light
and then
attacks and
Solis
shit.
for
That's
yours,
about
and
it.
we'll see if we can sneak out of something.
New matrons. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna look around, see where they're at. Matron. Yep, there's one directly behind group. I Ellie sussed it, and I taunted it. New one. I'm gonna taunt it. I Ellie suss it.
You were who I was thinking.
That way the DDs can kill it. Kill it fast.
I looked over and went, that's me.
Looks like they're not really killing it, but it's whatever. At least I did my job, right?
Deluge.
So now I'm chilling. There's not much for me to do. I'm gonna retaunt these matrons so that they don't fuck up DDs. Okay. So here's something. When bridge finishes, so we had green bridge first. When bridge finishes,
Deluge. Kill this
the mage upstairs is going to come down into the arena, and they're gonna be at 50% health. But actually, it says 45. But they're gonna have a huge damage shield covering their health bar. So the team has to like break that damage shield and then finish off the mage. And when it dies, it leaves a dome. So it's your job to taunt the little dude, the mage, and put him directly in front of group, same as a behemoth, and kill it wherever it spawned at, right? So
Make sure
I've got a behemoth and a mage, and I'm gonna put both of them in front of the group.
Go do yellow.
What was the question?
We'll move when the mage is dead. Make sure that we're cleaving it.
They had a pocket, so my wave was okay. Now this is a little suboptimal positioning. I'm off to the right. The DDs are aiming forward. They need to be aiming my side to make sure everything dies, but I'm putting them in a hard spot, right? Because I'm a little too far away. This is a little suboptimal positioning. So they're having to like scoot over just to get the damage in.
Like,
This is not good. We don't want this. If you can avoid this, then try to avoid it.
Okay.
Okay, so the mage died. That means this dome is gonna stay here, and we need to move to the next bridge spot. I believe it was yellow.
No long, you can lead to 2. Group is going to 1.
New matrons on the way. I'm gonna taunt. I'm gonna LA sus them.
Kill
Couple
matrons as we
more.
go.
They're all taunt. I'm out of resources, so that sucks. Good thing LA sus is free. So I've done my job. I've got all my matrons. Oh, one thing. We didn't talk about Deluge. Okay, so Deluge is kind of the same thing as Wave almost, where if you have taunt of a behemoth, you are not going to get Deluge. If you've recently had taunt of a behemoth, then you are not going to get Deluge. It just so happened in this poll that I didn't have taunt on anything for a long time, so I ended up getting Deluge. But normally you're not going to get it because you're gonna have your behemoth taunt. I actually called out for help here. I called out for Nulong to taunt this behemoth because I had to go in the water. I couldn't taunt it. I was like, please, can you grab it? No, I got it.
Deluge.
Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, so that sucks. I got Deluge. My behemoth spawned. I couldn't really taunt it. I asked the other guy to taunt it. Didn't look like he did. Actually, did I not taunt? Did I just
Okay.
Can you taunt that behemoth, please? I Ellie sussed him instead of taunting. No, I got it. That sucks.
Deluge.
Shit, did I not? I was just spamming Elisa song. Damn. Okay. Cool. So new mage spawned and Behemoth is here. In this group, we're skipping the last bridge. We're going 20 to 0. So we're planting from this point on. We are not moving. So I'm gonna put my mage on the spot in front of the group. I'm gonna put the sea behemoth on the spot in
Temp
front of
as
the
soon
group.
as you have it.
Okay. Now that's actually something I don't know if you saw that. Not that. Wait, this right here. Aspect of terror. That comes from the sea boiler. The little mage from the bridge. Their whatever their attacks are, their heavies will fear you. So if you don't roll it, I believe if you don't roll it, then it'll stun you, and then you run the risk of getting killed by a sea behemoth. So when you see them doing that, make sure that you roll that. Should get a codes combat alert for it. If you don't, like I said, you get stunned, you might die. So don't get stunned. You'll see me roll it because
We're gonna stay in slow bubble because
I'm not trying to get stunned.
Get MVP up.
Why did he die? Did he die because of me? The MVP?
We're gonna stay in slow bubble.
Looked like he just dotted out. That was not my fault. Cool.
Get MVP up.
I'm taunting 2 matrons. Wave in the red part, like we said.
Wave, just in case.
Yep, huge. Ah. My behemoth was loose. Did you guys catch that? Watch this. Okay. Watch my taunt on the sea behemoth.
We're gonna stay in slow bubble because it's
5 seconds left.
get MVP.
I'm hoping it would just die. Like honestly, look at how low it is. I'm just. It's only got 2 mil. I mean, come on. I was hoping it just died, but should have retaunted it.
That's me.
I didn't. And in the time I was rolling these waves, it actually turned around and fucking clapped a DD. Really cannot afford to have these guys untaunted. We talked about that plenty before. Always have your sea behemoths taunted. They will fuck up everybody else. Stay loose. So sorry.
Yeah, I think you bonked someone.
My bad, my bad.
We gotta clear.
Keeping
Go on.
matrons Elisust and taunted so
Elsa
that they don't
village.
hit
Get up,
DDs.
soldier.
Big damage, big damage.
And then now there's nothing else to do. Just kill the
Solar's
boss.
3,
You might get a
spawn.
late behemoth spawn. I'm waiting for it. I'm chilling. I don't have much to do, so waiting for that guy to spawn.
Matron.
There he
Do
is.
your
I'm gonna look
delirious.
at him. I'm gonna taunt him.
Just stay, just kill it.
I'm gonna put him in front of the group,
It's okay, we killed it.
and the fight's over. Oh, it's like my worst performance by far, bro. That green mage fucking nuked my resources. Yeah, that was probably my worst performance by far. I mean, it doesn't look too hard, but it is. I promise, it hurts so bad. One of the big things I can tell you is stay in group, like during Maelstrom, if you can help it. Stay as close to group as possible. That way you're in heals. If you're out of Maelstrom, you're like if you're out of group during Maelstrom, you're gonna have like the drowning wound, soaking wound, whatever it was. You're gonna have that ticking on you. You're gonna have the behemoth light attacking you. You're gonna have matron's light attacking you. Like you don't want that. Like if you can help it, be in group during Maelstrom. That's about it. I mean, there's probably a couple other things I could tell you, but it's not that hard of a fight. A lot of your time is spent RPing, doing whatever the fuck you want. It's very quite opposite from the other tank. Like you saw, the other tank's just holding Taleria the whole time. They're struggling their ass off. But meanwhile, we're over here. We only have to deal with the hard part, every couple seconds, and then we're free for like 30. So hope you enjoyed the little dreadsail series. I'm currently, this is a swashbuckler supreme group that I'm tanking. So I just happened to get a couple good recordings. I just wanted to share those with you guys. So hope everything helps. If you got any questions, let me know. That's about it. I'll see you guys later.